Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the term polarization and some important definition related to the polarization. In your textbook, the point 7.7 is considered to be the term polarization. So as we already discussed that light is an electromagnetic wave, and we know the term electromagnetic means the light can travels in electric as well as magnetic field, and these two fields are perpendicular to each other, so that we can consider the light is an electromagnetic wave. And so what is the term polarization is represent? The term polarization is represent the action of restricting the vibrations of transverse wave. Here we are consider the term transverse wave. The term transverse, again we are represent in terms of both fields are perpendicular to each other. That means whenever we consider the term electromagnetic wave or whenever we consider the term transverse wave, the meaning is same, is that both fields are perpendicular to each other, which fields magnetic as well as electric field. So the action of restricting, the term restricting means under the control, or we have to put some limit on that wave. So of restricting the vibrations of transverse wave, especially light wholly or partially to one direction, is called the term polarization. That means when we consider unpolarized light means the light we are represent in all possible direction. So if the light is travels in all possible direction, and if we put some limit on that unpolarized light, so that they can restrict it wholly means totally or partially. That means if you consider some part of light are restricted in one direction, so the term is represent in terms of polarization. So today we are discussing some important definitions related to the polarization. So the first definition is unpolarized light. What is unpolarized light? See, when the source of light or electric field of waves emitted along the x-axis, that means suppose if we consider the source of light traveling along the x-axis in all possible direction with given yz waves, yz axis, and the corresponding magnetic field is perpendicular to the electric field, such type of light is called unpolarized light. Look at here, we have considered the diagram to explain the term unpolarized light. This is the source of light, and this source of light is travel in all possible direction, and this arrow, double headed arrow, we are represent in terms of electric field, and if we draw a tangent line to this electric field, we can get the direction of magnetic field. That means look at here, suppose if we consider this arrow is represent electric field, and if we draw a tangent line or perpendicular line to this electric field, so that 90-degree angle is represent magnetic field. Suppose if we consider this another arrow which is travel in a perpendicular, so that angle 90 degrees represent the direction of magnetic field. Again if you consider this arrow is represent the direction of electric field, and if we draw a perpendicular line to this electric field, so this 90-degree angle we are represent in terms of magnetic field. That's why it is called electromagnetic wave. So when we consider this electric field of waves are travels in a x-axis, look at here, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and that time we are represent in terms of z-axis. So if the source of light is passing through the x-axis, then it can travel, or it can affect it, or it can corresponding their magnetic field in all possible direction along yz plane. So such type of light we are considered in terms of unpolarized light. So that E is represent electric field, and that arrow represent all possible direction of the given source of light. The second definition is plain polarized light. See, when this unpolarized light is passing through the some material, or is passing through the polarizer, so that unpolarized light get polarized. That means the unpolarized light get aligned in a single direction or in a particular direction. So that light we are considering in terms of plane polarized light. Look at here the definition. If light is constrained, what is the term constraint is represent? The term constraint is represent force to do something against. That means if we consider this light is traveling along x-axis, so if we put force or if we do some force, if we do something against the given field or against the given axis, the term is represent constraint. So if light is constrained, so that its electric field is restricted again I repeat, restricted means the electric field is get under control, and we have to put some limit on that electric field along one particular direction, then it is called plane polarized light. That means here we are consider all possible direction of the given electric field vectors, and if we apply some force against to this electric field vector, then this electric field vector or this electric field waves get aligned in a single direction or get aligned in a particular direction, either forward, backward we are considered do not exist, because light do not travel in backward direction, it travels always in forward direction. So we are considering in terms of one particular direction. So this type of light we are considering in terms of plane polarized light. Now next term is which material we have to use to transfer this unpolarized light to the plane polarized light. So the material we are represent in terms of polarizer. So a polarizer, the next definition, a polarizer means a certain type of materials which allow only unpolarized light, or which allow only electromagnetic waves, or which allow only transverse wave. That means this type of those type of light or those type of waves which contain electric as well as magnetic field. So that a certain type of material which allow only unpolarized light to pass through in particular direction and block all other waves in other direction, these materials are called polarizer. Look at here, again we are considering incident unpolarized light. If we consider this is all possible direction of the given light, when this passing through the polarizer means it's a material which is allow only unpolarized light to pass through a particular direction. So when this unpolarized light is passing through this polarizer, it restricted or it block all other waves. That means this wave, look at it, this all direction, all possible direction are get blocked. Only we are consider single or particular direction which is passing after this polarizer, we are considering in terms of particular direction, and we are considering in terms of only one direction. That means if we consider number of light passing through the polarizer, again when they pass through the polarizer, after that this number of waves we are considering in terms of single direction, and any other direction or other possible direction are getting blocked in a polarizer. So the polarizer is the material. Okay, and in polarizer we are considering Polaroid. Polaroid is a kind of synthetic plastic sheet. It's a synthetic plastic sheet which is used as a polarizer. Polaroid is a material which is nothing but a plastic sheet, synthetic plastic sheet which is used as a polarizer. That means this polarizer we are considering in terms of what? In terms of Polaroid. Okay. So the next definition is what is polarizing axis. See, when this incident unpolarized light is passing through this polarizer, and this unpolarized light get aligned in a single, or we are consider get aligned in a particular direction, and if we draw a straight line on this particular electric wave, okay, so that perpendicular line we are represent in terms of what? Polarizing axis, and this polarizing axis is a plane polarized light. Look at here, the particular direction along which the electric field of the emergent wave, emergent means when passing through the polarizer, when enter in the polarizer, that wave we are considered in terms of emergent wave. So the particular direction along which the electric field, look at here, these are all the electric field vectors which are emergent wave is oriented is called the polarizing axis. Okay, and the emergent light is plane polarized light. Look at here, they are considered the diagram which consider two polarizer, first polarizer and second polarizer, and they say that when, suppose if we consider when single atom, that means incident unpolarized light in that, suppose if we consider one single atom emits a wave along the x-axis, that means this wave along the x-axis, so that its electric field may be along y-axis and magnetic field may be along z-axis. That means in case of incident unpolarized light, suppose if we consider single atom is emits in terms of polarizer, so suppose this single atom when passing through this polarizer, so this single atom emits this two direction, y axis is represented in terms of electric field and z axis is represented in terms of magnetic field. Okay, but if another atom at the same situation, if we consider again second atom is passing through this second polarizer, then what will happen? So when if another atom emits a wave along x-axis, so it is not necessary that electric field may be travel along y-axis and magnetic field will maybe travel along z-axis, because they can travel along yz axis in any direction. That means suppose in first polarizer the unpolarized are getting restricted along y-axis and z-axis. That doesn't mean if this polarized light is passing through the another polarizer, again we have to consider y-axis is represent electric field and z-axis is represent magnetic field, because they can travel in all possible direction when they are passing through the number of polarites. See, look at here. In first polarite we can consider E1 having y-axis is represent electric field and z-axis is represent magnetic field. Again this plane polarized light is passing through the second polarizer, they can orient it slightly different, that means they can travel in other direction. So this plane polarized light is passing through the second polarized light, they can making an angle theta, and again they can change the direction of electric field. Look at it, in second polarizer electric field is represented in terms of electric field is not represented in terms of yz axis, it is represented in terms of yz plane. That means they can orient it in all possible direction, and this dash line is represent polarizing axis for first polarizer, and again this line is represent polarizing, PA means polarizing axis in second polarizer, UL means unpolarized light. Now next definition we have to discuss, the last one is plane of vibration and plane of polarization. So what is plane of vibration? That means suppose if we consider the unpolarized light or source of light is passing through the plane or the plane containing the electric field vectors of plane polarized light is called plane of vibration. And what is plane of polarization? The plane perpendicular to the plane of vibration, that means horizontal plane which is shown in the figure ABCD. Horizontal plane ABCD is called plane of polarization. Look at in the diagram, we are considering this is light source which is having all possible direction. This light source is passing through the plane. This is this we are considering in terms of plane. So this light source is passing through this plane. Again if we consider in that plane, this light source we are represent in terms of unpolarized light, and after that plane this unpolarized light is passing through the polaroid, and this perpendicular line is represent polarizing axis. So when unpolarized light is passing through the polaroid, again we get plane polarized light, and again this plane polarized light we are considered in case of plane. So the plane containing the electric field vector, this arrow is represent what? Vector, and E is represent what? Electric field. That's why it's called electric field vector of plane polarized light is called plane of vibration. And this plane of vibration, when we draw a perpendicular horizontal plane for this plane of vibration, then this horizontal plane we are considering in terms of what? Plane of polarization. So in this video we discussed each and every definition related to the polarization. In next video we will discuss about the two laws which are related to the polarization, that is first one is Mellus law and second one is Brewster's law, and third point we will discuss about the reflection through scattering. If you have any difficulties or any questions related to these topics or related to this definition, you can leave a comment in comment box. Okay, thank you.